Values are for me very strong and very discriminating guidelines, helping you to know whether you are on track or off track. And first value for leaders is, are you competent? Are you able to guide people through difficult times? And I know that everybody in the leadership seat feels, at least, whether they are competent or not. So be honest with this feeling and give it a try. Don't hide this feeling of not feeling competent. The second is, of course, a very important one, is very strongly connected with the first. If you're not humble enough, if you're not reflective enough, if you want to stuck in a kind of I know it all attitude, then you risk to go off track. It's good that we have leaders who are humble enough to reflect, to face failure, to be honest with their limits. So humility is for me very important. And in a way, very relieving value. It's much more easy to be humble than to be arrogant. Humility invites people to support you. Arrogance is always creating distance. We collectively, certainly in the higher levels of companies, we drifted away from reality by the lack of courageous, open people on these levels. So that brings me in the following value, is courage. How can I show my truth? How can I follow my heart? How can I bring my real belief on the table the moment that it makes a difference for example, a decision that we have to make together? Instead of going for a compromise, going for a kind of a shadow position, because I don't want to show my truth, all these kind of things, creates such an unrealistic direction for so many people. After years, we all believed that we are in control. And we have strengthened that feeling by creating a lot of control mechanisms. But control mechanisms, reporting, reviews, mid-year reviews, whatever, scorecards, whatever, have created partly the message that people have to be controlled before you can trust them. So trust is a little bit, as a natural reflex, as a natural tendency, as a natural attitude, is a little bit pushed away by all the control mechanisms in companies. I have to control you double. We have to see whether it's right or not right. Show me your scorecard, show me this, show me that. So the Excel sheet culture has pushed away a bit the natural tendency to trust each other. And for me, that's the next very important value to develop again. Because of the fact that a lot of things are not predictable anymore, the fact that you're not in control anymore, you can't solve your problems anymore by the copy-paste attitude. So as a leader, it's very important that you also go back to a kind of attitude that we all know from our childhood. It's creativity. How can I make something with things which superficially are not fitting together? How can I work with a dynamic which is not what I had in mind? So creativity is that additional part in our brains that helps us to bridge unpredictable situations. And creativity is a very nice word and also a nice attitude, because it sounds like something new will come out of that activity. So it shows us the way, and probably that way will be something new. So that skill, that ability, is something that I've posted in the next value named creativity. My foundations, my value foundation for the future is, if you are in the leadership seat, question yourself around the competence. Means be honest with your uncertainty. Second, feel how difficult it is for you to be humble and honest. Try to increase the muscle to be more courageous once it is necessary to be. That means to speak your truth without forgetting your humility, without forgetting to reflect whether you're competent enough to speak up. And try to see how trust and creativity can be an inspirational source to attract the people around you to start working together. So these 5 are for me the main pillars for building something new in your direct community of employees.